Professor Eary, to see you and all your colleagues. It doesn't seem so long ago since you've been in Cork, and I know Maria met you in Portugal very recently. So thank you so much for organising this evening, and good evening to you in Jakarta. Good evening to all of you, our friends. Also to my own colleagues here, good afternoon in University College Cork. I want to particularly thank you, Professor Sari, and your team for your invitation and some of your opening remarks. And I think what's really inspiring is the extent to which you as a leader constantly challenge all of us to reimagine, rethink, and to keep pushing the boundaries, because this is a really important agenda. And we commend you for your leadership. We commend you and thank you for continuing on this journey, because it's not easy. It's not. If it was easy, lots of people would do it. So thank you for all that you do as a leader and also in your community. We are proud at University College Cork with our association with UI GreenMetric. And I think we have been with you for almost 10 years, I think, or even longer perhaps. So we're really pleased. Also during that period is that we have stayed in the top 10, and we work very hard just to try and stay in that top 10 of UI GreenMetric. And we're very proud to be part of the ranking and proud of the scheme. University College Cork earlier this year launched its university strategic plan called Securing Our Future. And it was launched by Jeffrey Sachs, who you will know. Jeffrey Sachs launched our strategic plan for us. And it sets out a very ambitious plan for the university. And I'll reference some specifically in a moment, but in general, it is about securing the future for our students, for our university, for our community, and for the planet. And everything in our plan speaks to sustainability in one type or another. Sustainability advancement is a signature area of strength for University College Cork, and we're very proud that part of that signature is part of the UI GreenMetrics. And we have had over 40 awards in the last 10 years. And we can share those with you, but the most recent award that we've won in July was that of a Global Sustainability Institution of the Year as part of the Green Gowns Awards. And that's something adding to all our achievements. But like you have said at the beginning, Professor Eary, we've got to keep pushing. We can have all the rewards, but actually that's what's behind us. It's what's in front of us is really important. So we will continue to work hard to support this agenda, but also to try and shape what that looks like in the future. And it's very satisfying to see our work in this area recognized internationally. This year, there have been many sustainability development related activities in the university that I want to highlight. And we've gone from a single-use plastic-free, and I know David and Ria will talk to you shortly about that. And that's a big development for our institution, because we're moving from a single-use plastic to plastic-free. So that's going to take some time. It's going to cost money. It's going to change behaviors. It requires students, it requires operations, it requires some of our companies on the campus to support us. I also want to mention 3 specific developments that we're very proud of this year. First of all, is the establishment of the Office of Climate Action, or the Office of Climate Action Sustainability in my own office, being led out from my office here as president. And I'm really proud to say that Dr. Maria Coran is head of that office. And what we're trying to do there, Mark Poland and I continue to work together at the institution level. We've got to try and evolve into a new structure, and we're trying this to see how this will work. And so that's an important step. And I think we've already mentioned Professor Brian O'Gallagher. Brian is a renowned international scientist in energy, and Brian is now our Associate Vice President for Sustainability. And that's really important for us as an institution, because of Brian's own expertise and his credibility as a scientist globally is extraordinary. So, having that kind of leadership at the University College Cork, and it essentially has 2 roles. One is to be director of our Institution on Environmental Research, the ERI as it's currently called, and that's over 460 researchers. But Brian also then is leading out with me in the institution to support the overall sustainability agenda together with Dr. Maria Curran. The second is our partnership with Queen's University Belfast. This year, we launched the Ireland United Nations Sustainable Solutions Network. And we believe that in an island like Ireland, that borders don't recognize climate change, they don't recognize habitat loss, they don't recognize biodiversity. So when we were asked to lead out on that solutions network, which is chaired by Jeffrey Sachs, as you probably know, in Colombia, he chairs the network. They asked us, would we set up an Irish network? And we said yes, on one basis, that we would connect to Northern Ireland, because we believe an all-island approach is really important. So we are lucky that we have a council that's chaired by David Donoghue, Dr. David Donoghue, who was one of two ambassadors, the Kenyan ambassador and the Irish ambassador, that brought forward the Sustainable Development Goals to the United Nations when they were approved in 2015. So we are lucky that David is actually chairing our council, and we want to work hard as an island nation of people, of our universities and our communities, to enable that to happen. The third highlight, I think, for us, which is something we're really proud of, is that we, as part of our strategy, we set out a very ambitious plan in climate action and sustainability. So we've now launched our Sustainability and Climate Action Plan, and it was launched by our Minister for Finance here in 28th of June. It's an ambitious action plan focused and, together with strategic developments, reflects our ongoing commitments to the advancement of sustainability, and it's important in the university. It's a very ambitious plan. It sets out in a whole range of areas, and we can share this with you. It sets out a whole range of areas of operations, of water, of habitat, the elements that we believe are important. And I want to particularly commend Dr. Curran and the team for putting this together with Dr. Mark Poland's team and Pat Mehigan, because again, the great tradition at University College Cork is that we have the academic mission, we have the student mission, but also critical to me and the leadership that Mark has provided is on the operation side. Because if we want to achieve our 51% reduction, which we will believe we can do in our carbon emissions, then I think we need everybody together. But strategically, we need people like Mark's leadership to enable us to not only look at existing buildings, but when we're looking at new buildings, that we conform to the best standards that's available. So our approach remains the same: student-led, research-informed, and practice-focused, and we must continue to do more. And our approach aligns, I believe, very well with the UI GreenMetrics. And that's what I thought was wonderful at the beginning, Professor Weary, that you mentioned a number of things, because, you know, this is an agenda that we have to keep pushing. So the UI Green Network agenda is really diverse and inclusive, which speaks to our values also as an institution. Inclusivity, diversity are key to our institution. And we're very pleased to be partner with UI GreenMetric Commercial Services, as we have been for the past 3 years, to help and ensure that the valuable work, very valuable work of the UI GreenMetric continues. And we look forward to strong and close working collaborative relationships, knowing that we share a common purpose to make the world a better place. So Professor Weary and the team, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you.